I cannot believe that the Democrats, oh no, wait, let me rephrase it. Oh my God, here go the Democrats again, doing something that is monumentally stupid and counterproductive. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact, I heard yesterday that there were some Democrats, I think it was not Kenny Raskin, for God's sake, but Jamie Raskin, who is the, I guess he's the lead impeachment manager. They are going to insist, I think they already have, that Trump show up to testify at his own impeachment trial. In other words, Jamie Raskin and the the Democratic impeachment managers, the House managers, I'll get it right, they want Trump to testify, which would be, I mean, who came up with this idea? Representative Raskin, Democrat of Maryland, are you out of your goddamn mind? You want to give this monstrous son of a bitch a platform? What do you think he will say, Representative Raskin, when he sits in the witness chair in front of the House impeachment or the Senate? Whatever. This can't be happening. This just can't be happening, can it? But it is. So yesterday, the impeachment managers called on the orange bastard to testify before or during his Senate trial next week, right? Which is an attempt to question this filthy bastard Trump under oath about his actions on January 6th when he incited the riot by the mob of his supporters who attacked the Capitol, during which 6 people died. 5, 6. Who's counting, right? Proud Boys? In a letter to Trump, according to the Times, Raskin and the lead House impeachment prosecutor said that Trump's response this week to the House's charge, now remember his one article of impeachment, incitement of insurrection, had challenged Trump's response, had challenged what the House managers call incontrovertible facts about his conduct, Trump's conduct, as the assault unfolded, and they demanded, the House impeachment managers demanded further explanation. Oh, Christ. So what happened in a filing on Tuesday, Trump's lawyers, who are no longer there, or was this the new group? Hell, I don't know. Trump's lawyers denied that he incited the attack or meant to disrupt Congress's counting of electoral votes, which would formalize Biden's victory, yada, 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 yada. It was already underway at the Capitol when the mob attacked. These murderous, crazed son of a bitches attacked the Capitol. 5 people die. And Trump's lawyers denied that when the orange bastard told his followers to go to Capitol Hill, that, quote, it had anything to do with the action at the Capitol, end quote. Right. He just wanted them to head toward the Capitol for a nice afternoon stroll. These fuckers are crazier than Trump, but that's the absolute requirement to represent Trump. You have to be more insane than Trump. The lawyers also rejected the idea that Trump had spread lies about election fraud. There are no lies because Trump actually believed he won it in a landslide, you see. He was merely exercising his First Amendment right. So Jamie Raskin wrote, quote, to the orange bastard. He wrote, quote, in light of your disputing these factual allegations, I write to invite you to provide testimony under oath either before or during the Senate impeachment trial concerning your conduct on January 6, 2021. We will conduct the interview at a mutually convenient time and place, end quote. And that's supposed to happen between yesterday, I guess, or between Monday and today, because the trial is scheduled to get underway on Tuesday. I don't think the orange bastard showed up today. Anybody heard any different? No? Okay. So I like the way the Times puts this. It was far from clear the invitation would result in testimony by the former president, who is now residing in Florida. Far from clear? Are you fucking kidding me? Who wrote this? What do you mean far from clear whether or not Trump would show up to testify? It's very clear, you numbnuts, whoever wrote this, he would no more show up to testify than he would open his jugular vein. Please. Now, of course, what Raskin had in mind, there was a voluntary request, and the Senate could vote to subpoena Trump's testimony. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that would work too, right? Although subpoenaing him would present some legal and political issues too. You see what this son of a bitch has done. Let's go all the way back to 2015 when he announced he was going to run, and voices were raised all over the goddamn country. No, don't let this happen. No. It was raised by commentators, pundits, Republicans, Democrats, professors, law students, law clerks, scientists, preachers, rabbis, people all over the goddamn country. No. Well, here we are. Now, the orange bastard has never, of course, made any issue about not defending himself. Even when he's not accused of something, he'll build a defense, right? But I think it's safe to say that his lawyers, whoever they might turn out to be, I know he's got 2 new ones now, but what a couple of chimpanzees they are. Oh, my God. One of them from here in Georgia. Why has Georgia all of a sudden become just this hotbed, this nest of psychos? Really? It was unlikely that his lawyers would allow him to go on record in a case they already believe is headed for acquittal. Well, of course it is. He's not going to be convicted. Who among us really believes for a nanosecond that there are 17 Republicans who will convict this rotten son of a bitch? I doubt if there's going to be more than 3 or 4 who vote for conviction. So what's the fucking point here? This is theater. This is bullshit. And the Democrats are going too far. They really, really are. There is no way to hold Donald Trump or his filthy, stinking family accountable for any of the crimes they've committed. They're all home free. I mean, this is one of the problems with a democracy. This is one of the problems in living in a so-called free country, which this isn't, either one. But, we maintain the illusion, which I'll get to in a moment, that this is a democratic republic. It is not. And it hasn't been from the very goddamn beginning. When the documents were signed, the documents were great, but they were bullshit. We haven't lived in a democratic republic ever. You don't have to take my word for it. I have an excerpt here I'll share with you in a moment. Well, he's not here, but on Thursday. Now, I wonder, are they referring to today with this? I think they are. Let me just check my. Yes, indeed. Today, early today, an advisor to Trump, something named Jason Miller, said no when asked if Trump planned to testify. Miller was on Newsmax, and he said, quote, "I do not expect the 45th president to be in Washington next week." That's the new thing. Trump, and his lawyers, everybody, they're referring to him now as the 45th president, as if he were still in office. Huh? But Miller said he thought Trump could, quote, knock it out in about 15 minutes if he did. The case, completely demolish it. Lindsey Graham, old Graham Cracker, the senator from South Carolina, quickly derided the invitation as a, quote, showboat move. And he said that he hoped the orange bastard wouldn't show up. Graham Cracker said, quote, I don't think that would be of anybody's interest. It's just a nightmare for the country to do this, end quote. Yeah, you're right, Graham Cracker, but for all the wrong reasons. It's a nightmare because we live in a lawless country. No, we do. Oh, we have rules on the books. But it is essentially a lawless country that we live in. We just all pretend that we are a lawful country, and we arrest enough people on insane fucking charges every once in a while just to prove that we are a lawful country, which we are not. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcast. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.